Welcome to the Back and Forth, the show by co-parents
for coparents,
talking about the things that co-parents go through. I'm Kevin, and this is
Chanel.
Let's go! In 3, 2, 1. Chanel. How are you doing today?
I'm great, Kev. How are you?
I'm doing outstanding. Man, Chanel, let me ask you a question before we get started, because the people know me. But who are you? In case we got new people out there who don't know who you are, who just tuning in.
I'm Chanel. My name is Chanel Renee, and I'm a life coach. I am a co-parenting specialist, also a professional mediator, and I help people get back on track with their lives, their careers, their parenting, just overall in general their lives. And I also speak. I am a speaker, so you can certainly follow me on Instagram. I'm sure we'll have the link right here below and see all the things that I do. I also write. An author. I do all kind of stuff. But who I am is I'm just a co-host for Kev right now. That's who I am right now. Who are you? I know everybody know you, but who are you?
My name is Kevin. You spell it with a K. That's Kevin. Kevin. That's
People
who
spell
I
it
am.
with a C?
And that's Calvin.
Oh, Calvin.
That'd be Calvin.
That's
And
not
if
Kevin.
it's a C, it's Cevin. I've never seen a Kevin, because that would be
I've never seen a Kevin with a C.
exactly. That'd probably be very unique. And that's not me, because I am unique. I am one of only Kevin.
Okay.
Kevin
with the L.
I am Kevin Scott. I'm her co-host on this show, The Back and Forth. I'm also a coach. I'm a trainer. I'm a speaker. I talk to co-parents about their communication skills and give them strategies and how they can become better communicators for themselves and their children. Like Chanel, I also got an Instagram page. I got a website. We'll put it all down in the link below and all that stuff. But Chanel.
Yes.
Before we get started today, I want to make sure that people know exactly what it is that we do. You know, I don't want it to be mistaken that we show up on these pages and just spout stuff and just do funny things. But I want people to know that we are here talking to co-parents about things they go through. And we know that everybody's situation is unique, and everybody's situation is different than the other person's, because what you're going through, someone else may not go through the same type of thing. It may be similar, but it may not be the same thing. But we all have our struggles. We all have our problems. If you don't, God bless. I mean, I pray for nothing but the best for you. But for the majority of people out there, majority co-parents, they are going through things. And those things are unique because we see these type of things pop up every day. And sometimes we get things that show up that's like little golden nuggets. And they just serve themselves well, and we find it, we clean it off, and we think, oh, look at this golden nugget here. Chanel, do you know what OnlyFans is?
Ooh, I've heard of it.
Yeah, I've heard of it too. I heard it's a lot of stuff. It's almost like a pay-to-play type thing.
Ooh.
You know, you pay to go into these OnlyFans pages because people offering up some kind of special service. And they're offering up certain things for people to have to come into. It might be business related, or it could be business related. You know, it could be a page showing stuff, or it could be a page showing stuff. You know, so
we need more information about that then, Ken.
Yeah. We ran into something that we want to share with everybody. It was regarding a mom having an OnlyFans page and her son finding out about it the hard way. Young son, mother have an OnlyFans page doing what she does on her OnlyFans page, showing stuff out, I suppose. I don't know. But the result is her child being embarrassed at school by it. And we got a video from one of my friends out there on Instagram, I'll pull up the video and I'll put it in the middle here. And I'll put it in the middle here to show you what it is. So I'm going to play it right now from his name is RJD Imperfect Gentleman. It's his IG page. Go out there and check him out if you want to. But I'll play it right now. Put it in the middle. You ready to go for it, Chanel?
All right, let's see what this got going on.
Is our adulting hurting our children? You're probably saying, yo, RJ, what are you even talking about? Is our adulting? So I'm glad you asked. I'm about to read to you something that came across my feed this week. And one of my homeboys, shout out to Tariq, he put this in a group text. So it says, I've been depressed and suicidal because of my mom's OnlyFans page. Right? Check this out. I'm 13 and my mom is 33. Things at school were great. I'm sort of short, so I get picked on sometimes, but it was manageable. That was until my classmates showed me a picture of my mom naked. I almost had a panic attack and had to be excused from the class. I ended up not showing up to school for the next few days, faking sick. I was hoping that things would cool off, but they just didn't. As soon as I got back to school, almost everyone in my class was staring and laughing at me. This has been going on for about a few weeks now. I was wondering how my classmates even got pictures, and apparently my mom advertises her OnlyFans on her personal Twitter account. Some of the students from my school follow her, so they were able to see the news, and they were being spread everywhere. I don't even have her Twitter account, so I didn't know about this at all. The worst part is when I confronted my mom about this, she told me that I was overreacting and the sex work is basically the same work as a bank or a grocery store. So she also said it makes her feel good about herself, that I should be happy that she's more confident now. I told the principal, but they couldn't suspend thousands of students for taking anyone's phone, or take everyone's phone, excuse me. I've been crying in my room every day for the past week. I don't think I could take this anymore. Yo. That is crazy. That is heartbreaking. I don't even know what else to call that.
Chanel.
Wow.
I'm going to let you take the first crack at this one. What are your thoughts on this one?
Wow. You know, I have to refer back to this when we first started this show, Kev. I talked about becoming a parent. There's just certain things that you just can't do no more. You just can't do it no more because you're not just representing yourself anymore. When you decide to have children or you decide to get married, those are two significant things that you just can't. You are representative of someone else at that point. I talked about in the first episode of the show, you can't be out there twerking on a pole when you're a mom. You just can't. You can't do it. And this is a prime example of why you cannot do that. It's not just about you anymore. Now this little boy's what he said, middle school. He is in middle school.
13
So
years
there's
old.
thousands of kids in that school. At 13, he's probably 7th, 8th grade. So. Yeah. This is an experience that he's obviously never going to forget. And hopefully we just got to hope and pray that he finishes out school. And if he doesn't finish school, now you're talking about a life-altering event. So this is an exact reason why I said that at the beginning of the show. Like if you go back and watch like the first episode, you cannot be twerking on the pole. That's the title of the show, I think, actually. And this is why. Yes, if it was just you making your money, girl, you get your coin, you pay your bills, you do what you do. But when you have children, and especially in the society of social media and internet, and Your kids are going to be affected somehow with this. Their lives are going to be affected with this. So again, are we adulting correctly, are we parenting correctly when we do things that are not, we're not taking into consideration our children when we do things? Is that acceptable parenting? Is that a fit parent? We got to raise these types of questions. What if the child's father found out about this? Would he be able to have a case to get sole custody of this child? These are some talking points, Kev. What do you think?
So, Chanel, let's preface this right by saying this right here. The internet is undefeated.
Yes.
What you do on the internet doesn't just go away. Mm-hmm. And what we don't want as parents is anything that we do on the internet to come back to either bite us in the butt or to cause harm to our children. Mm-hmm. So she made some statements where she said that this makes her feel good. And he ought to be happy that his mom feels good. So who's this about? Is this about her child or is this about her? You see, we talk about self-care and how self-care is important for parents. Because you do need your me time. You need your time to decompress, to unwind, because we know that parenting, co-parenting, blended parenting, bonus parenting can be hard. Mm-hmm. But if I look at the book, let me pull up the book here. Pull up the book here. Nowhere in this book on co-parenting. No.
You trying to find it?
Nowhere in the book on co-parenting does it say anything about me showing my stuff to make myself feel good and my child be darned. Now, I'm not saying that maybe this is the way she's providing for her child and this is what she has to do, because we know the people out there who are doing those type of jobs, they're doing the best they can to provide for their children. But doggone it, I almost cursed. Gosh darn it. When what you do comes back to affect your child, and he started the message off by saying, I've had thoughts of suicide.
Wow.
When are you going to get out of yourself, stop making this about you, and start working for your child? Yeah. Because your child is crying out for help.
Yes.
And we get stuck in ourselves as parents thinking it's all about us. We're doing everything we can for these children, to provide for them, to do everything we can. But then what did we actually take a step back to see how the child feels?
Yeah.
Because I'm quite sure she probably didn't think that her son's friends were going to end up seeing her page on OnlyFans. Mm-hmm. Or did she? Because it's on her Twitter account, so she has to allow authorization to get into the OnlyFans page. Mm. So, this young man is not feeling it right now. And he is crying out for help. Mm-hmm. This right here is one of those ones where we have to take a step back from the situation and look at it for what it is. Is there any other way she can make money? Probably not the money she makes on OnlyFans. To make money to provide, she's going to have to look into other alternate routes. Because right now, this is literally about to kill her child. And this is not good. I don't know, from the child standpoint, Chanel, have you ever witnessed something similar to this? I don't know about OnlyFans stuff, like what the clients you have, but have you ever seen anything close to this?
I wouldn't say to the extent of having the OnlyFans account, the parents having an OnlyFans account. I've seen it where children were definitely embarrassed because of their parents' behaviors and actions. And so, in situations like that, it hasn't gotten to the point where they necessarily were crying out outwardly for saying that they wanted to commit suicide, things like that. I've had children be embarrassed enough for various reasons that they wanted to do something. They wanted to run away. They wanted to link up with groups that were part of sex trafficking scams things like that, so that they could get away or thinking that they would live a better life or have a better life outside of being with their parents. So, like I said, that this is why I say it's so important that we keep in mind our children, because when we make decisions, especially vocational decisions, because you can have a vocation that is completely legal and that takes you away from your children. So when they're looking for you at their t-ball games or their basketball games or their soccer games, you're never there.
Yeah.
You know, and what you work, the type of job that you have or career that you have is perfectly legal, but it's taking you away from that child. So that child is like, okay, let me connect with a group or organization or something that I'm going to feel accepted by, because I'm not feeling accepted in my own family. So again, this is just another opportunity for this child to be sucked into something that is going to impact him for the rest of his life. If the wrong person can get this message and get a hold of that child, there you go. Now, how do we save that child?
I mean, we got to think about that kind of stuff. And this parent right here, when she out here showing her stuff, what is she showing to her child? I'm saying that from the standpoint right here. No, she's not showing herself to the child. But when he was actually able to see that picture, that in the mind of a child, a boy seeing his mama naked, that right there will set you back. And I'm telling you, as a child, the last thing you want to see as a teenager is your mama naked. I'm done. I'm literally done. And then to have other kids teasing you about it, because everybody else is seeing your mama now. This doesn't just go away because they see it now. This stuff could last forever. He could be 20, 30 years old. Hey, man, remember the time I saw your mama naked? And hey, Mrs. Johnson. And see what I'm saying right there? No, you can't come to my house no more. You can't come visit me no more because I know what you're looking at. And it's not cool.
Right.
So you just met. Right. We got to move. Bottom line is we got to move. We got to move. Right. That's the only way we're going to fix this problem right now. We got to move. And, she can still do her business, I guess. But the bottom line is she has to think about her child in the situation. This is not just about her. This is not just about her. And us as parents, sometimes we got to put the needs of our children first. And I understand we got to provide, but sometimes the needs of your children come first. I don't know how many people I've talked to, even when I was in the military, they have turned down assignments to different places because it would affect their children negatively. And they sacrifice their careers in order to save this for the sanity of their child. And sometimes we got to make that hard decision as parents, and we have to do that. Chanel, whew.
Yeah. This is the and I think really we got to drive home the point that the problem is not just what she was doing. Mm-hmm. It's her response to how her son confronted her about it. Because let's just say she was doing it and her son didn't have a problem with it. We have some new age kids, where that's just what they do. That's all they know, Yeah. And her son didn't have a problem. That's one thing. But this son is saying he clearly has a problem with it. And instead of listening to what he's saying and listening to how this is affecting him, it's almost like now she's rationalizing it in spite of how he feels, in spite of how this is affecting him. And I think that's a problem, because not only is it's the principle. It's the principle of my child is hurting. What does a parent do when their child is hurting?
They think about themselves.
No. A good parent is going you tried it. A good parent is going to ease the pain of that child. If your kid comes home, Kev, and said, "Dad, I have a tummy ache." Mm-hmm. You're going to be looking for the Pepto-Bismol. You're going to be asking questions about what perhaps could be causing the stomach pain. All of these things so you can know.
It's gas. It's gas. That's but 9 times out of 10 it's just gas. They got a boo boo or something like that. Some gas. You gotta let the air out.
There you go. But see, the thing is, you want to make sure. So you're asking the questions to make sure that it's just the gas and not an appendix situation.
I got in trouble for that before.
So
I got in trouble for that.
So you're gathering data. With this mom, I don't see that she was gathering the data to make sure that we alleviated the problem that the son was having. And that's the issue that I have with it.
We're all human. We're armchair quarterbacking this right now from afar.
Yeah.
And we can. It's easy for us to say we have to say now from a distance. But in the middle of it, that lady is thinking about this makes her feel good. And while her son's over there crying out for help. And, you know, and you know, you don't want this thing to end up bad. And, you know, that she end up regretting any decision she made later on in life. You know, we hope that she's not that type of parent. But if you are in that situation, go to your children and find out what their needs are. I mean, find out what's going on and find out what's making them tick. Because sometimes our children won't come to us and talk to us.
Right.
And we know that, and if you've gone through that, you know how it feels. But sometimes we have to dig a little bit deeper to find out what is going on with our children and stop assuming that everything is well, or that if I'm okay, then my child's okay. You keep down that path, that's a bad path to keep going down, because it all becomes about you, and your kid ends up one day turning around probably being the same type of person you are, and we wonder why.
Right. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's
Chanel,
good.
Chanel. You've done it again. You took the show off. You took the show off the rails talking about gas and kids' stomach hurting, but so now we're not talking about gas and bubble guts and stuff like that, and make sure our children have appendicitis.
Your kids had the bubble guts.
No, that was me. It was me as a child. It was me as a child. Guts? Yeah. No, my stomach was hurting real bad, and my mom thought it was appendicitis, and it was real bad gas.
Well, you had the bubble guts.
My dad got mad because it cost money, because we thought it was appendicitis. It was real bad gas, but it's okay. You see, my mom actually listened to me. And she took what I was saying, because I was hurting, and she actually took me to the hospital to find out. And I had it been up to my dad, he probably let me sit there and let that air come out. But you know, it probably would have saved us some money. So if you're in that situation, pay close attention to your children. You know your children better than anybody.
Yeah.
But make sure you just don't overlook them and just basically just disregard what they're saying, because they may be crying out. So Chanel, come to another end of another good show. Tell these people how they can find you.
Yes, so everybody, you can find me right here below, Chanel Renee Speaks on Instagram. There you can click the link in my bio and get access to all the things I had to offer, from a strategy session, or what I call a power session, to journals and notebooks, to digital products, to courses, all of that stuff. You have access to all of that. And while Kev is just doing all the theatrics over there, Kev, how can they find you?
The people can reach me at Kevin_L_Scott on IG. When you go on their page, you can go to my bio, and you can click on a link to see the plethora of items that I have to offer. You know, there's so many things that you can peruse through, and while you're in there, hey, click on it, let me know you came by, and if you can, like this post, share it, hit the notification button so you know when we coming back out again with more content, because Chanel forgot to do it at the beginning of the show way back when we started. So I had to pick up and clean up the pieces. So as usual, I'm going to tell you all to stay safe and be blessed. And Chanel, take us home.
I'm going to tell y'all to put God first and make sure, again, you stay safe. So we just kind of said the same thing, But yes, make sure you stay safe out here in the streets. Don't be twerking on no poles, though. If you got kids, don't do it. Just find something else. I mean, everybody's hiring, okay? Everybody's hiring. So
who's everybody?
You don't have to stay on that pole. You don't.
See, that's the problem. That's
stay on the pole.
Oh gosh. Hey y'all.
Just don't do it.
I'm not gonna do it, because Chanel about to take the show off the rails again. I'm about to go. We'll see y'all next time. Make sure y'all not here showing y'all stuff. And we out.